May 2025. Darkness settles over the jagged, unforgiving terrain of the India-Pakistan border. But this night is different. The silence is about to shatter. Without warning, more than 100 fighter jets from two of the world's most capable air forces roar into the sky. This isn't a drill. This isn't a show of force. This is real. What begins as a tense border escalation quickly becomes one of the largest aerial engagements in recent memory, involving more than 100 fighter jets from both sides. And here's the thing, this isn't some Hollywood dogfight where jets circle each other in neat formations. No, the sky transforms into a three-dimensional chessboard where every move counts, where radar sweeps hunt for targets, where missile locks scream warnings, and where electronic warfare systems battle invisibly for supremacy. Welcome to modern air combat. Buckle up. The players, jets on both sides. On one side stand the main combat aircraft of the Indian Air Force, Dassault Rafale, a French-designed fourth-and-a-half-generation multi-role fighter known for advanced avionics and long-range capabilities. Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, a large twin-engine air superiority fighter with thrust vectoring for high maneuverability. MiG-29, a Russian-designed light air superiority fighter with excellent short-range dogfighting performance. On the other side are the aircraft of the Pakistan Air Force, JF-17 Thunder, a fourth-generation light multi-role fighter jointly developed by Pakistan and China, equipped for beyond visual range combat. F-16 Fighting Falcon, a US-designed fourth-generation fighter with strong avionics and weapons integration. Chengdu J-10C, a Chinese 4.5-generation fighter fielded in small numbers that entered the engagement along with allied force elements. Each jet brings unique strengths. Rafales carry advanced sensor suites and air-to-air missiles. Su-30 MKIs excel in maneuvering. MiG-29s are lethal in fast, close dogfights. F-16s have strong avionics. And JF-17s and J-10Cs make use of modern Chinese long-range missiles. You never hear the first shot in modern air warfare. There is no warning flash, no sudden dogfight spiral cutting across the sky. The battle begins quietly, far beyond human sight, inside glowing radar scopes and encrypted data streams. In May 2025, as tension spiked across the region, dozens of fighter jets lifted into the air, not to chase each other visually, but to fight a war of information, deception, and milliseconds. By the time pilots sensed danger, the engagement had already begun. This was not the air combat of history books. This was beyond visual range warfare, where the deadliest weapon isn't speed or agility, it's awareness. Radars sweep the sky constantly, probing for a signature. Electronic warfare systems respond instantly, bending reality by hiding real aircraft and creating ghosts where none exist. Long-range missiles like the PL-15 and AMR-AAM class weapons sit armed and waiting, capable of striking from distances that once seemed unthinkable. In this arena, whoever sees first usually shoots first, and whoever shoots first often decides who lives. India entered the battle space with depth, patience, and layers of control. Heavy Su-30 MKIs formed the backbone, providing endurance and wide radar coverage. Rafales moved forward as sharp, sensor-rich blades, feeding data back into a shared network. High above and far behind the front lines, airborne early warning aircraft watched everything, seeing beyond terrain, beyond the horizon, beyond what any single pilot could detect alone. Indian doctrine was clear: detect early, share everything, strike from range, and never fight as an isolated jet. Every radar contact became collective knowledge. Every missile launch was deliberate. Fire too early, and you reveal your position. Fire too late, and you don't get another chance. Pakistan's response was faster, more aggressive, and deliberately disruptive. Instead of pushing deep, their strategy focused on ambush and denial. Quick reaction fighters scrambled into defensive corridors, guided tightly by ground controllers. F-16, JF-17 and J-10C operated under layers of electronic protection, using jamming to fracture enemy awareness. Radar screens filled with noise. Locks broke without warning. Targets appeared, disappeared, then reappeared somewhere else entirely. The objective wasn't just to engage, it was to force the opponent to fire first, expose themselves, and then strike back while they were vulnerable. What followed was not a single battle, but dozens of invisible duels unfolding at once. Radar pings reached out like probing fingers, searching for range and speed. Electronic countermeasures pushed back, distorting returns and delaying decisions. Missiles were armed, then held, then armed again as firing envelopes shifted by the second. When launches finally came, there was no explosion in sight, only a brief confirmation tone, a silent release, and then violent maneuvering. Jets turned cold, dove hard, climbed fast, bleeding energy to break missile solutions. Chaff burst into the air like metallic smoke. Flares burned bright for seconds, then vanished. Some missiles missed, some did not. And in beyond visual range combat, no one knew the outcome immediately. Even after weapons were fired, the fight didn't end. Survivors disengaged, regrouped, and re-entered from different angles. Ground controllers and airborne sensors constantly reassigned targets. What looked like a retreat could be a setup. What looked like a clean shot could be a decoy. This was cat-and-mouse warfare at supersonic speed, played across entire sectors of airspace. The sky itself became contested terrain, shifting minute by minute. When the jets finally turned for home, the battle was still unfinished. The next phase didn't unfold in the sky, but in statements, briefings, and deliberate silence. Pakistan claimed multiple kills.
PF versus IF, 6-0.
India acknowledged losses on both sides without details.
How many casualties? How many injuries? When we started, our aim was not to increase casualties, but in case there have been, it is for them to count. Our job is to hit the target, not to count the body count.
Independent verification remained limited, locked behind classified radar recordings, encrypted communications, and intelligence assessments never meant for public release. In modern air combat, proof is rarely visible. Analysts wait for wreckage, corroborated sensor data, and cross-confirmation, evidence that often never comes. But the real story of this engagement isn't found in numbers. It's found in what the battle revealed. Electronic warfare proved just as decisive as missiles. Networked coordination outweighed individual aircraft performance. Beyond visual range weapons shaped the fight long before any pilot could see the enemy, yet the risk of close combat never fully disappeared. This was not the death of the dogfight, it was its evolution. Modern air warfare is no longer about steel alone. It's about software that fuses sensors, networks that turn single jets into distributed weapons, and strategy that decides when not to shoot as much as when to fire. The aircraft involved represent decades of engineering progress. But in this battle, technology mattered only as much as how it was used. The most important moment of the engagement never appeared on video. It happened silently, on a radar display, when one side realized they had been seen, and the other realized they had not. That is the reality of 21st century air combat. The decisive blow often comes before anyone knows a battle has begun. For more clear, fact-driven explorations of modern warfare and technology, subscribe to the channel.